Okay, here we are on the Ganges, or the Ganga as the Varanasis call it. We're coming up to sunrise. You can see the beautiful colours now starting to hit the river, and it's just so beautiful and serene. Very, very different feeling to last night, which was also had a certain calmness as well. There's just not as many boats out there. We're starting to see people rising and come and take their morning baths down here as well. There's Anthony taking some shots. We've got Raj this morning as well joining us as our tour guide. Deepak down there rowing.
That is the
There's Matt, another one of the flying nuns. Look at the beautiful colours though. It's just absolutely magical. And here we are in this really, really ancient city. There's just all sorts of life down here. The fires have stopped burning from last night where they were burning bodies, but that fire is stoked 24/7. You do not photograph the fires. You can actually be fined really, really heavily, and it's just such a sign of course, of disrespect.
We are coming the people from all over India to taking a bath, then after they are going to the Golden Temple. What's the name of this cement hut.
It's beautiful temperature out here. It's apparently going to be 31 degrees in a couple of hours. So if you're liking what you see, please give us some hearts. We've come a long, long way to see this, but it is so, so worth it. Apparently, not as many Aussies come here as the French and the Europeans. And if you do come to India, you really need to come here because you're missing out on this. This is really the soul of India. Whilst Hindus are the major religion here, there's about 30% Muslims, there's Sikhs, there's Christians and Buddhists. In fact, we're hoping to go and visit the Buddhist centre on the way home tomorrow morning. But you can already see how many people are here on the banks, and it's only like 5:45 in the morning. Sense of calm is just beautiful, and hearing the music and the chanting and the priests delivering messages. I don't actually think you call them priests, the holy men. So this is where we were last night, if any of you watched the Periscope, where we were watching the 7 p.m. celebration that occurs every night, which was just massive. I think there was about 7 or 8 holy men delivering their ceremonies. But I can't help but feel, you know, it has a similar feeling for me to Venice, or yeah, it actually feels something similar to Venice, but on a much, much larger scale. And had the best night's sleep here. I don't know if it was to do with being in this holy spiritual centre. And there's Matt taking a photograph of me. Hi Matt. this morning when we got out here, there was just no light at all. Last night there was quite a few candles all on the water, but there was absolutely nothing else. It had a bit of a eerie, mystical feeling though. I hope some of the other flying nuns are back home watching this. We wish you were here with us. We know how much you would enjoy this. Gareth, you would go absolutely crazy about all the photo opportunities. Give us some more hearts if you believe, if you also share the beauty of this with us, if you think that this is just quite amazing to see. You know, I think there's like 4 million people living in this area, and you know, their way of life is still as it was back in those ancient times. I mean, I don't really know any other cities that live like they did back then, and that's just so amazing and beautiful. Certainly has changed my whole view of, you know, seeing those images of people bathing in the Ganges and thinking, oh my God, how can anybody do that? It's so dirty. And I'm not saying I'm going to go jump in the water for a swim. However, I do have a very different view now of this area. Wow, look at the colours hitting the buildings now as the sun starts to come out. A lot of these boats you can see here are old houseboats that people live on. We've seen a lot of people in the shadows or sleeping on those boats just starting to wake up earlier this morning. The architecture is just astounding. So now we've got some more people over here having their early morning bathing and washing. Apparently there's a lot of fish in the river too, and they're not allowed to fish though in the morning. They come and fish at night. I'm so glad we actually decided to make the trip here, because at one stage it was looking like we weren't going to come. There was just too much on the agenda. But this has got to be another one of those highlights of our Indian trip. Keep those hearts coming, guys. We love those hearts. If you want to see more, keep them coming. Wow, look at this temple up here. Is it a temple? Sure. Yes, Gareth, we really need you here. I hope we're not really doing justice to what we're seeing here. Let's take a view of looking back down the river where we came from. But you can already see just how quickly people have started to gather. We've got other tourists who've taken to their boats. Can you hear the bells? Anyway, that's a little glimpse of our sunrise tour this morning. Let's just have a look at what is happening over here with the sun. Lovely Deepak over there. It's still incredibly misty, so I'm not really sure what sort of sunrise we're actually going to get. Anyway, but we'll sign off now, and thanks for joining us.
Famous the model for the boat.